Are you listening?
Good morning. Good morning. Waiting for everybody to show up. But right now, hello.
There we go.
Here we go. Look at you.
What's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning indeed. I'm tired because I had to wake up way early to go dog sleep.
Oh, yeah, the dog sit?
Yeah, I got a dog over here, got two dogs over there. They're all excited. Got a small coffee cup.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah. Yeah, I got some tea myself. I gotta brew up some coffee. I have yesterday's coffee in a cup somewhere.
Like I love drinking coffee all the way down, like temperature wise. Like, you know, the cups I have at home are huge. Sometimes I'm drinking fast, but when I'm drinking slow, the temperature slowly drops. But one of the things I like to do is at night I'll fix myself a cup of coffee to sip on before I go to bed. You know, wake up, it'll be cold, and I'll just drink it like that.
There you go.
You know, and sometimes when I get frisky, I'll put a couple pieces of ice in it.
No, I feel you on that one. I actually like some iced coffee myself sometimes, either black with some cubes in it or when I was a youngster, I'd get those glass Starbucks. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a couple of those at home that we found garage selling. Like, we have this venti size cup. Wife loves it. But yeah, we're avid coffee drinkers at home. I'm the main coffee drinker at home because I'm home all day and I drink coffee throughout the day. Oh, look, we got Cookie Dude. Boom.
Boom.
Good
Hello.
morning. Good morning. All right. Let's say hello to chat. We got Mrs. Hillbilly. Mrs. Hillbilly. Woo-woo. James Willis. What? Good morning, coffee people. Did Lawson. Boop, boop, boop. Yo, yo. And we got a TCG dude in two places.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
how are you doing today, Cookie Dude?
I'm doing well, except for my throat. Excuse me. I'm doing good. Just chilling. I tried to order my deck this morning, and it wouldn't let me order it.
Oh, weird.
So when I went to go buy, it gave me another deck, but different colors.
Oh, I wonder what that was about.
Buy it, but
well, that deck, I think.
I don't know. I couldn't find it.
That deck might be an underdog popular deck because that's twice it's been taken off the market.
Yeah.
The sniper.
But I found another place on eBay that sells the same thing. It's sealed.
Nice.
So
eBay is a decent place in general to find cards. Like, personally, I wouldn't buy single cards off eBay, but product I've had good rapport with.
Yeah. Excuse me for a minute.
Yeah, I haven't bought singles off of eBay to mention, but I have bought plenty of boxes off of there, mainly foreign boxes, and they were like 9 out of 10, to be honest with you. I think I had one bad box, and it was most likely just because it just happened to be the low roll. You know, if you have a D20, a roll of 1 every week in the blue moon, and that happened to be a 1 of a box. So,
hell yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna order it once I get done here.
You're good. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do on eBay is old toys. When I got the money, so I like to look for vintage toys because eBay's like the place to look for old toys I used to play with as kids, especially Transformers and collectible markets. Now, finding them for good prices is sometimes hard because sometimes, depending on how popular an item is, they go up during certain times, and they're like, "Hey, we want $40 for this." And you're like, "God damn it, that's $40."
Yep. Yep. I mean, I'd say mostly on eBay, I'd say 99% of the people who sell are honest. And you got that 1% that sells you something that you can buy, and you got a hassle with eBay and the seller. But I sell on eBay, and I'm pretty honest. So
Right.
I'm not pretty honest. I'm honest 100%. So anyway,
An eBay store as well. It's dirt cheap finds. I haven't sold on there in a while, but yeah, there was some foreign cards I had listed for super cheap, but I decided to delist everything because the fees and everything. I just wasn't trying to go through the hassle of selling singles to get 20 cents a card or whatever. I'll let the LGS
right.
take care of that.
Exactly.
That on top of the new tax rules, if you make over $600, they tax the crap out of you.
Yeah, that's another reason why yesterday my Friday was pretty good. I didn't go do Commander at the LGS, which is something they pretty much have every week. But I did some trade-in and a little extra cash, and I got my first dual land yesterday.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I got me a Taiga, so a revised one, not unlimited. Falling on a budget here, but nevertheless, my first duel.
Falling on a budget. That's a big budget for a budget. But
well, they had it listed at the LGS for $230. Moderately played. Got a nick on one corner and then a little nicking on the bottom.
Hey.
But otherwise, it looks fantastic. Like for the white edges, because you know how 4th edition revised all those old white bordered cards would get really grimy and dirty on the edges sometimes.
Right.
Yeah. This one doesn't have any of that. So I was like, all right.
Those white border cards, they get nasty on the sides. They get fadey on the sides, which is weird. But those old white border cards are pretty cool in general. Like some people like. There's a special place for people who love that era of Magic, because white border usually means it's a reprint, and that's how they signified it, like especially in core sets. But when they changed it over, a lot of people were happy they changed it over from a white border to a black border. But there are people who just like, hey, you remember the old times when we had the white border cards? Good. Those are like when I started, it was a mix between white border and black border, and it was still a fun time. I remember my first white border rare was a Wrath of God.
Nice.
Yeah,
I could have sworn. I mean, I'm not an expert on it by any means because I started playing Magic very casually post 2000, but I could recall seeing or hearing somewhere that white border cards was supposed to signify standard legal cards, and then once foils came into the aspect of it, you'd have black border for the foil, like 7th edition foils and all that have the black border. Even oh goodness, when they made the change from the old frame, the 7th edition to 8th edition to the modern frame, 8th and 9th edition had white frame cards, but for the foils they were black.
Right, which I love that about the set, ironically. But yeah, if I remember correctly, white bordered just basically said this is a reprinted card. But of course, that's all white bordered, and sometimes they introduce new cards. So maybe who knows? Well, someone knows.
You judge. I'm just kidding.
Stasis Orb, hello.
Yo.
Yeah,
how's it going?
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Doing pretty good.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, so excited.
More or less afternoon for me, but yeah. Over here on the East Coast.
East Coast Magic player.
Jesus, 8 a.m. for me, bro.
Yeah, it's
8.
Almost noon. Or it isn't
9.
Time out.
9. A little after 9 for me. So
Zombie, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the creep, everybody. So let's get the first few things done really quick. I think we got a fun subject today, and I want to get into it. And we got a good crowd for it for sure. So first, we're going to show off cardsartopia.com. You want a sweet Magic the Gathering dice bag, high quality, handmade, hand stitched. Holds over 20, holds over 2 pounds of dice. And the bags are pretty good quality, like epic. $45 for $5 ship. That's a hell of a deal for what you're getting. So go check out cardsartopia.com. Woo woo. Then, on top of that, we got a card of the day. In fact, TCG dude, let me drop your link in chat. Woo woo. TCG dude, he mentioned this card yesterday on the server on Discord, where you can put in your card of the day ideas that you want to be shouted out. Has brought this card to us. We got Court of Calling. I remember Stasis Orb saw this card for the first time and was like, man, this card seems broke. And this was during the original time when people were still figuring out how powerful doubling season was.
Very true. Very true. Card is absolutely insane. Especially me, because green is my favorite color.
Right.
In Magic.
Awesome.
Yeah. Court of Calling is insane. And it progressively, as time progressed through, from then to now, it's like people have found out, like, yeah, this card's absolutely insane.
Oh, yeah. And it's still pretty good. Like, oddly, the power creep has actually slowed this card down a lot, like, comparatively in plays. But it's still a fetchable tutor. Like my commander for my Eldrazi deck does the same thing for the same cost, except it's green, white, red instead of mono green, and it's just pretty good. The only thing my commander doesn't have is Convoke. Convoke makes it strong. I think, and I remember Stasis Orb talking about Convoke on this card. It says, you know how crazy this is in a token deck? And he started building a deck around it. And later on,
in general is insane.
It's pretty good, especially when your 1/1s ain't doing anything but blocking. You can then since it's instant. Because I remember your first interaction with this card, or in one of your first interactions with this card, is when you casted it during blocks. You blocked and you tapped your creatures down before damage, and cast a spell to bring out a bigger creature in the block step before the stack was fixed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hello,
back in my day.
Back in my day.
Mana burn was the thing.
It's true.
All I can say is hello, Galta.
Yeah. Well, Gotha could be pretty good. It was this. It's hella good. Like this card I know is not expensive to buy at all right now. If you're looking for massive Eldrazi decks, like the one I'm building, like I plan on getting a copy of this for that deck in the future, as well as the Genesis wave, because I love tutoring and I love cheating things out. Ooh, and thank you, TCG Dude, for this. It made everything easy today to find a cool card.
Heck yeah. I mean, I just was trying to find other people out there finding their Dryad Arbor for 3 mana, but I guess nobody spoke up. I'm just kidding. Oh, anywho's. Yeah, awesome card though, and I think it's only had a couple of printings. You see there an original Ravnica, of course,
and then I think it got reprinted in one of the master sets, but it was a much needed card.
Double Masters. It was actually, believe it or not, good memory. It was a buy a box promo for Double Masters. And it was also printed in M15 core set 2015. So
it's Magic's third. It was a promo for 30th Magic anniversary, and Explorer's Anthology, which I think that might be on Arena.
Yeah,
but yeah, not very much going on, but still like you're looking at $10, $11 is the most expensive to get this card, except for like a special promo for 30. But on average, you can get a regular copy of this for around $8. That's pretty solid.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cheaper than it's been for a long time, man, for sure.
Yeah. I remember.
It does see play in Modern, so it has a home.
Mhm.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
I think
Yeah.
elves. Is it elves that play it? I don't remember. I don't know.
You
I
can
don't play
do it with
modern.
elves. So I have a insect reanimator deck, and if I'm feeling cheeky, I can throw that in there to tutor out grist.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Heck yeah. At
Mhm.
instant speed too, which is
At instant
is
speed.
awesome.
Right? That's pretty cool. Hey, Richie Dubs, hello. Welcome to the chat, Richie Dubs.
Convoke in hey Richie, convoke in general is just such a powerful mechanic, and I love it because it requires you to play creatures, which is one thing I like. I like decks that require creatures to be part of
filling
your.
up the board with creatures.
It's why I like elves, because that's all they do is fill up the board, dump a crater hoof on top of you, and you're dead.
Right.
It's like the hoof.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, it's kind of funny because Convoke kind of secretly gives your creatures tap out of colorless. In a way, it's like a secret. Like for this spell, your creature taps out of colorless, even though it could be green, because you can tap a green creature for green. But that's still a powerful ability, just in general. I think it's a little underutilized. And I think the last time Wizards printed Convoke in a standard set, they were afraid of how too powerful Convoke could be because they made some weak spells. But Court of Calling was in that reprint, in that set as a reprint, and it was still a money card back in the day, and people loved playing it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was a good time for this card, especially we played standard back in those days. I don't know if you remember the mono green Stompy deck that people were playing.
Mm-hmm.
It played the like Uktabi Drakes and Groundbreaker, the ball lightning for green.
Drake,
yeah. And then Loxodon and Warhammer was ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, this card is Convoke in general is just ridiculous. And as a matter of fact, my first draft that I ever played was a Time Spiral draft. And
very nice.
I picked a Merganda Petroglyphs as my first pick.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a bunch of vanilla creatures, and there was actually one Convoke spell that made that deck completely broken, and I ended up beating like everybody. And it was I didn't even know, like at that time I had no idea what a draft was. It was my first time, and I played against the top Utah players. They were in that draft with me, and one of the cards that with Convoke was a Sprout Swarm.
Yeah.
That card is ridiculous, especially in limited. That card is absolutely insane. But I remember when I beat there was this player. His name was Jace. He was a really, really insanely good Magic player. He went to pro tours and stuff like that. Like he was like that level. And when we went to game 2, because I beat him game 1. And then when I was about to beat him on game 2, he looked at me and was like, "Are you sure this is your first time drafting?" It was really funny. I was like, "Yeah, I've never drafted myself." Like,
am I being trolled right now?
For real. Yeah, he truly thought that I beat him. And then I also drafted in that deck Ib, the Goblin Half Heart Technician or whatever. He was like a 6-mana like 1/1 goblin that let you sacrifice mountains to create 1/1 goblins.
Right.
Ooh,
and
that sounds nasty.
Yeah, he's really expensive, but like his flavor text was hilarious though. He's like, "Everybody but me, charge!"
Gotta love flavor text on Magic cards, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One of my favorites, if you want to go further back, is I think it was one of the unicorn cards, but it was like 2 unicorns like ran into each other, and they were like, "Wow, nobody has seen a unicorn before, but since you've seen me and I've seen you, we could both say we both seen each other."
Wow.
It was really funny.
Oh yeah. Though you know what, man, they get nice and funny with it too. I was opening up some packs. I got mail from Core MTG the other day. I just uploaded a short this morning actually.
Nice.
And yeah, and he hooked it up with a Wilds of Eldraine pack.
That's pretty
And
cool.
yeah, there was a sneak attack in there, and it was the Enchanted Tail
yeah.
ones, and it's like,
Oh,
all right, I got the strategy of I'm a bush. I'm a bush. I'm a bush. I was like, bro, oh, it's too good. Just hide
That's
behind
hella
the
cool.
bush. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how cool. Now let's get to the picture of the day. And today's picture was brought to us by Tibalt's Apprentice. I'll drop his link, but I thought it was hilarious because it describes me as a new player when I started playing Commander. But I know people do this in F&Ms all the time too. When the rest of the table's watching, the two casual brews try to out-jank each other.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Huh? Right? Like, and I was infamous for doing this myself, making like quirky, like in standard, making some quirky combo decks, like that required too many pieces. Like I had a deck that required, was it 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces to be really good in the deck. And I would play Turbo Fog just so I can slow myself down. Hell yeah, that was funny.
Wow. I'll
Yeah.
fog you till I get there.
Right? Yeah, Turbo Fog, man. Once I learned Turbo Fog, probably my first net deck idea was a Turbo Fog deck. I made the deck my own with the cards I had because I couldn't get all the cards for the deck originally. But man, I was hooked on Turbo Fog. I'm like, you can stop combat and just basically wait out your turn just to play your stuff later on. Hell yeah. I like one player games.
Attack me. I dare you.
There's one guy who actually played a null in his sideboard just because I played Turbo Fog and he sideboarded that card just so he can beat me. You counter target instant spell.
No, yeah, I remember. That's a crazy thing too, because like going back, like even when I first started Magic, it wasn't about going to stores and playing Magic and playing against those players. It was about like beating your friends. So one of my friends, I had a red black deck. It was very janky. It was, but like my friend went out and got in a chroma. And I couldn't deal with it. I was like, I can't beat that card. So I had to come up and find an answer. So I had to play another color, which I had been playing white, so I could Swords to Plowshares whenever he played it.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly, because that back in like when I first started, I said like it was about beating your friends. It wasn't about beating other players or whatever. It was just you played a game with your friends and your friends played something that had an answer for your deck, and so you would improve your deck. And it was just this back and forth thing that you would do, and it was just really funny.
Right, unless you're Robert, where you got beat and you go in your room looking through your cards for like 3 hours and come back out. Hey, let's play again.
Truth. Yeah, obviously.
All right, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So the topic of today, well, I was trying to come up with a topic that was easily conversed between different people with different skill sets and different life stories, basically. Because when we get a bunch of people on, I like to try to make it where everybody can pitch in where they can. I mean, we got an arena player, we got a modern player, we got a person who's been playing professionally before, and we got a brand new player who's probably going to learn a lot more than the rest of us here about undead habits. And I just used undead because the thumbnail has zombies in it. But habits you want to pick up for playing Magic, like certain things, certain traits, certain ideologies, maybe. Like, what are things that we get into that you want to make habit in the game of Magic, the Gathering, even from Commander to Pro Play? Try to think of transferable skills that go between different different that can go across different formats, but also have fun with it. Yeah, Billy.
Yup.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the front seat here.
Oh Lord.
All right. Like, because I know you just started Commander,
Yep.
but you also play Arena.
Yep.
And for Arena players, what are some good habits that people should pick up on playing Arena? Like, what are things they should watch out for, or probably consider doing a certain way? Like, and think of the entire program and gameplay as you go through different ideas.
Well, right now the program is broke,
oh,
but you cannot challenge your viewers.
oh,
But,
again.
it's still down. It's still broken.
Ooh.
Still ain't fixed it.
All right,
But,
all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
What are like an example of a habit that I've seen you pick up? I think is a smart habit is you save your coins. Your coins to buy cards only.
Yep.
Why don't you talk about that a bit? Like express why you do that and what's the benefit of doing such for new players playing Arena?
Okay. All right. I save everything. I got coins. I got gems. And then I also even got packs saved up right now also.
Ooh.
And that I'm not going to open until I get my mastery pass completed. But the reason why I save my gems and my money that I make on, that I get from playing the game, the game money, is I want free cards.
Yeah.
And I already got the whole collection of Ixalan on Arena. I don't need no more cards. Therefore, I don't need no cards. So why get something you don't need?
Right.
Now, let's say you're just starting Arena. You ain't got no cards. I can understand spending the money. However, do not go into the store and buy alternate art. Why is that? Alternate art is just alternate art. If you ain't got the card, you ain't going to see that alternate art. So it makes no sense to buy the alternate art. And here lately, that's all they're giving us is alternate art. I mean, I think one day last week they gave us a draft token that you can get. But when you look at that store on Arena, and you have to look at it two ways. All right, gem wise. All right, 200 gems is a pack of cards. Is an alternate art worth a pack of cards? I don't think so. All right, now you look at it on the coin side, on the money side, it might be 1,050 money. That's 1.5 a pack of cards. Because a pack of cards is 1,000 coins. Is that alternate art worth a pack and a half of cards? So you only need 500 more coins to get 2 packs of cards. No, it's not. So I would save all my gems and all my money just for the new set that's coming out. Always think ahead. There's always a new set coming. Always a new set coming. I want those new cards. I want to be able to collect those new cards when they come.
Yeah.
Therefore, collect, save, and save. And that's the reason why I do that. Now, when I first started Arena, I was spending it like crazy. But now, since I make content and everything, I want to be able to build more decks for my viewers. And by me saving everything, that's going to enable me to be able to do that easier.
Nice.
Instead of having to spend money on the game and have to just to get the cards.
I just happened to hop in here. I was AFK for a moment. You're talking about deck building on Arena?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and talking about how he saves money, why he saves money, and how he spends his money as good habits for arena players. Like, so you can get more cards, build more decks.
Yeah, I've found that refining your play style and not experimenting all the time or whatever helps
Mhm.
you conserve the currency. But doing daily challenges is also another way of accruing that gold. And really, it takes 10 to 20 minutes a day
Yes,
to knock them
correct.
out.
Mhm. No, that's pretty
But,
cool. Mhm.
but with my janky build, sometimes it takes longer.
Yeah.
And also on Arena, after you win 10 games, you do not advance anymore on your mastery pass.
Really, no.
Yep.
It caps you at 10.
Yep. It caps at 10. At 10.
Huh. I didn't know that. That's good.
Yep.
All right, so TCG dude,
Yo, what's up, man?
you had some fellow over there. You're more of a modern player,
A wee bit, lad.
a wee bit. What are some habits that you've picked up that you cannot let go that you think people should probably pick up themselves from that you can learn that you've learned from playing modern?
Well, I'd have to say that absorbing content online has been helpful because just blindly looking at cards and not having any frame of reference is unhelpful, right? The same thing for any format, I guess. You can't
Mhm.
look at a card and be like, that wouldn't really be good for Commander, even though I'd like to think it is. So, yeah, paying attention to folks that have been in the pro leagues before and seeing what they talk about helps. And really just playing the game. I've come to find that as I've re-entered Magic circa 2020, about 3 years ago or so, I don't always have a high level opponent sitting across the table physically from me, right? Because of my location or people are busy or whatever, right?
Right.
Yeah, so being able to utilize online and play Moto Magic Online has been it's taken my personal Magic level to the next step. And I suggest that anybody that wants to play a format outside of Commander should be interested in playing Moto. And just to really cap that off real quick, its currency system is completely different than Arena, and it's very archaic. It looks like an old poker client from the 90s or 2000s.
Right.
Yeah, which I mean, I kind of like the aesthetic myself, but it takes some getting used to. It's a little bit of an acquired taste for some folks. And you essentially are going to be stuck with two options for your currency. You're either going to pump in money and buy tickets, their in-game event tickets or whatever, or you can do a rental service like Mana Traders or some other ones that are out there, and for a small subscription fee, it's like 15, 20, whatever. You can rent out X amount of dollars at will, essentially, like a Netflix for Magic cards. You can get like $200, $250 worth of cards or whatever your plan is, and practice that way. And that's how I've been able to just have fun and really get in there with Magic.
Hell yeah. Stay absorbed.
Me unmute there. Sorry. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. What are some good habits people can get into when it comes to playing Magic the Gathering? Even if it goes from drafting, to maybe playing formats. Because I know you play older formats and whatnot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a legacy player at heart, if I can afford it. But yeah, as far as well, I'm glad you brought up limited because obviously that's my absolute favorite format. It's a great way to bring people into Magic if they want to play it and obviously understand the basic fundamentals. But as far as limited goes, from a limited perspective, I guess one of the biggest things I could tell people who are new is to curve. Curve is very, very important. And it also implements into, well, I guess kind of implements into standard, I guess. But you don't want a deck full of 6 and 7 drops. You're just gonna get destroyed by everybody playing 1s and 2 drops. So curve is very, very important. I would strongly pay attention to the converted mana cost of the cards that you're putting in your deck, because you don't want to.
And for those newer people out there in the world, like Cookie Dude, can you explain curve?
Yeah, so curve is basically so your curve, basically it's putting the converted mana cost cards in your deck, making sure that you have a balanced. You don't want to have a deck full of 6 and 7 drops, because if you're not doing anything until turn 6 or 7, anybody playing, like I said, playing a 1 drop or a 2 drop is just going to kill you, because it'll destroy you, because you're not doing anything until turn 6 or 7. So you want to have a healthy curve is a good way to put it. You look at your 1 drops. You want a good number of 1 drops, a good number of 2 drops, a decent number of 3 drops, and as it gets higher, you want to reduce the number that you have. So 4 is like you only want a few of those in your deck. You don't want to fill your entire deck with 4 drops. But 4 is like I would say is the medium, I guess is a good way to put it.
Right.
And then 5, 6, and 7, you should only play like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of at most.
Okay, so what's a drop?
The mana cost of the card. So let's say you have a creature that costs 1 mana. You want a good number of those, because you don't want to give your opponent the opportunity to be able to take advantage of the mana you have, right? So it's okay to not have 1 drops. 1 drops are not really important unless you're elves, but 1 drops are good. You probably want to run a few of them. Don't need to go crazy over them. Your 2 drop slot has, I would say, is the most important. I think the 2 drop slot has, because you want a lot. There's a lot of 2 drops that are really, really good right now. So you want to play a good amount of 2 drops, and then 3 drops. Or 3 converted mana cost spells. Are good, but 4 is like where you start to narrow down things. You're like, okay, I have like, for example, like most of my limited decks play like 1 or, well, they play, say, average of like 3 1-drop creatures, or one mana converted mana cost creatures, and then usually between like 7 or 8 2-drop 2 mana costed creatures, and then a couple of 3 drops, or 3 converted mana cost. Sorry, I keep saying drops. A couple of 3 converted mana cost creatures, and then maybe a couple of 4 mana converted mana cost, and then maybe 1 or 2 of everything beyond that, because you don't want to fill your whole deck up with expensive cards.
Right. James says, playing with people who are helpful and bringing new players along is a good habit, or just something good in general. And Lawson says, so you're dead and limited if you play high curve?
Yes. Very true. You will get wrecked.
And James says the term drop is just slang for the total mana cost of playing a card. Yeah. Woo-woo. And that's pretty cool. And I got one habit that's more good for in-person play, when you're actually playing in front of somebody, which is sad because it's my favorite habit too. Because this habit is useless if you're playing arena, if you're playing moto, but this habit's good when you're actually playing in front of people, and that is fidgeting your hand. So you have 7 cards in your hand, whatever. You want to shuffle those cards in your hand as you keep maybe a card in mind that you want to play or watching the board. But when you don't fidget your hand, especially new players will stare at a card and focus on a card and give away to their opponent what card they're looking most forward to playing that next turn. And fidgeting your hand, some people say can be annoying for other players, but pro players do it. Regular people do it. It's just something you should learn. Also, another good habit that I want to jump on before we get to the next 2 segments of the show is when playing commander decks, I want it's always better to focus on your board of the table, your side of the table, and try to then try to study your opponent's side of the table first. Sorry, I just got something going on. Bing. Oh, why don't you just share that in I see what you did there. I can just do this. So no, I can't do that. Save image as Bing. Desktop. No, you need to change the file type. Sorry. TCG player. TCG dude just shared something. And right. Bing. Oh, hold on. Go back here. Bing. I'm making sound effects. Bing. Bing. Bing.
Playing pinball over here. Bing,
Yep.
bing, 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 bing.
Well, because I had to save, change files. Here's kind of an idea of what a mana curve looks like. Your 0-2 drops. He's saying he wants a little less. 4 to 6 drops is where you want your deck to be the thickest in. 3 to 5 creatures. Well, why are you saying creatures? Well, 3 to 5 3 to 5 drops. Start thinning down. Bigger costs go down a little bit further. But I guess when you're looking at creatures, you want less 1-drop creatures. You want a lot of 2-3 drop creatures. Then you want to start thinning down at 4 and higher. I'm hoping I'm reading that right. That transparent screen is just very hard.
Yeah,
it's a little
I thought
tough.
it was going to be a solid image. It turns out it was a PNG. Whoops.
But
it's from the official Wizards site, so whatever.
Yeah, it works. It works for what it is. All right, now we need to go to shillingcarnsartopia.com. Want to get a sweet dice bag? Go check it out. Really good quality dice bag. Get a super fast tortoise dice bag. Yes. Get a hillbilly dice bag. Ooh. Some pretty cool high quality stitching, high quality handcrafted stuff. Just as good as Etsy, maybe even better. Go to carnsartopia.com for your sweet Magic the Gathering swag. And now, I forgot to play a certain clip earlier, but now it's time to play the clip because I think I'm going to do this right.
What?
So we're going to look at the movie shakers today. A lot of repeats, so I'm going to just kind of go over. You got a Twilight Primal Storm going up 8%, which is pretty good, meaning people are still noticing this card, still playing it, probably just trying to break it. $2.16. Wedding Announcement gone up 7%, 98 cents. It's pretty good. Invasion of Arcoria has gone up 97% to 8%. Pretty awesome. Beseju, Who Endures, the next big increase, 2%, 63 cents. Oslo Shattered, which is new to the list, it's gone up 7% to 49%. I really like that. And those are the biggest shakers going up today. The shakers going down today. You got Bonehorde Dracosaur is still going down, which is surprising. Gone down 3% from 65 cents. Virtue Persistence is going down 3% by 50 cents, which is kind of crazy. Which the lower that card is, the more I'm going to want to get it. Roaming Throne still seeing down incline. It's probably just not performing as good as people want it to, as they think they should. Down 3% by 49 cents. And got to the Stampede, still going down by 45 cents, a -2% decrease. It's going to be good. And Children of the Apocalypse still going down, still $81.38, gone down 0% really, but those are the top 5 of each.
Nice.
Yeah. Hello. Did you like that kind of run through? Was that
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot easier than yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
TC Jude's just
No,
mocking
my
me.
ears are bleeding. Sorry. I'm shocked. I'm just kidding. No, that was good.
All right. Yeah, because I didn't want to spend like 20 minutes going over the cards again, and I figured if I go through it every day like that, I could probably just run through like that because people know the cards in general, anyways. Yeah, and if anybody wants to ask about a card, they will ask. They're like, what's that card do? Let's read it.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was the last 2 segments there. Stop screen. And what a good day. What a good day. Don't forget about the dice ornaments. Oh, yeah. Cardsartopia.com. You can get dice ornaments for Christmas. Pretty sweet. So go check that out. Hell yeah.
Nice.
And yeah, I just feel lost at the second because Koogidoo dropped out. TCG just give me the eyeballs.
No, man, I'm just chilling here. I'm sorry if it.
I'm judging
I
everyone.
gotta.
Just kidding. I don't judge. Not my place.
No, I'm just playing around. But I think you guys all gave good pointers, good advice, good habits to get into. Probably better than mine. Mine's just more for fun because I love fidgeting. But it's a really good trick to get people from noticing what cards you're focusing on in your hand. Because when I have cards in my hand and not fidgeting, I'll like look at a card like constantly and be like looking at the table and be like, "Oh, I got this card that's going to fix my problems." And then my opponent,
I'm notorious for that. I shuffle my hand all the time, like when I'm playing. And yeah.
You're the one who got me into the habit of shuffling my hand.
Click.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's me. I'm on the level of Brian Kibler. If anyone knows who's a pro player, but he is notorious for shuffling his hand over and over and over again. That, they even made a meme of it.
Yeah, I was about to bring that up. A little video they did where every day Kibler's shuffling.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I believe it.
So funny.
Yeah, my battery went dead.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. That sucks. Plug in your phone. Plug in your phone. Save the phone. All right. So I think we covered about it, and I am really tired because I woke up early, so I want to take a nap. So we're gonna go straight to the shill section.
Cool.
Yeah. Bang.
Bang.
Boom. Shill.
Well, I plan on doing another stream this afternoon if nothing happens.
Boop, boop.
Hopefully, I won't have no technical difficulties this afternoon.
Right. Well, what can we expect from you later? Can we expect good looks, good charm?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try to come up with a new another deck. Nobody has come across yet
Mhm.
for this afternoon.
That sounds pretty interesting. Now, what time are you doing this?
I'm going to be doing this at 2 o'clock Central Time every day.
Whoop, whoop. All
Same
right.
time, same bat channel.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
All
Oh,
right.
no. No, you actually uploaded content, so you can chill that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I put up a short today. Thanks to Core for hooking it up with some packs. I purchased it via DJ's channel. And anywho's, as far as what I'm doing, I'm gonna be playing some Arena this weekend and some Moto. But I'm gonna be doing a lot of Christmas package like wrapping, to be honest with you, and that's kind of a whole ordeal. So yeah, that'll be fun.
I hope you come up with some sick rhymes for that Christmas wrapping.
Oh yeah.
Stay Sorb. I know you're not chilling or anything, but you want to say something fun? He's muted. All right.
Oh, sorry.
I do have one more thing. I do have one more thing to chill though.
All right.
I got a pack of Lorcana cards, and I also got another pack of Ixalan cards. I'm gonna do 2 shorts on those today.
Nice. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome, especially the Ixalan cards. Woo woo! Maybe you pull a Jurassic Park card or something, which is
Might.
all right. Now, motivational speaker. What is a song we should
Motivational speaker. Okay. Now let's just say you guys are awesome. Be sure to like and subscribe. Go check out TCG Dude, Hillbilly, and obviously Super Fast Horse if you're here, obviously. Yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
All right. Well, I got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
What's a song you think people should listen to today to give them a little extra step?
Vampires by The Midnight.
Ooh, that's actually a good song. Yeah, so everybody around here, if you haven't listened to Vampires by Midnight, go check it out. See if this works. This is actually me trying to pretend I know music, not really. But eventually I'm thinking about doing a song of the day that people should listen to. And the only person I know who has a good catalog of song and good taste in music that's not my own is Stasis Orb. Because a lot of people I know has my same taste in music.
Oh yeah, we've listened to many musics together.
Yeah. All right, and now to look at that handsome face.
Okay, well, if everything goes right, I'm going to buy my first pack of cards. It's Darc Raven Destruction.
Sounds awesome.
It's red and green. So if everything goes right, I'll have it in the mail. I have it in my hands by the 7th, I think.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then I'm going to set up my camera so I can play with you guys.
That would be awesome.
Get my ass beat. But anyway, other than that, you guys have a great Saturday. Make sure, I hope everything goes good for you guys and on the chat. That's it.
That's it. Well, I want to thank everybody for showing up. Thank you, everybody, for participating. You all did such a wonderful job. I appreciate you 100%. Hillbilly, TCG Dude, States Orb, Cookie Dude, you are amazing. And everybody in chat, thank you for liking this video. New subscribers, thank you for subscribing. And you guys should have a wonderful day. And not forget to...
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron?
Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.
Fear not, Megatron. Cybertron shall remain as you leave it.